Hey, I'm Brian.
And I'm Molly. We're the Wallens.
We're musicians who travel the world together, and we sleep in our van.
In other words, life is normal.
Well, it's a crazy, beautiful world, and it will not be tamed. The American Southwest is one of my favorite places in the world. We recently went on a 6,000-mile road trip through Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. And all told, we were on the road for about 25 days, and we camped out the vast majority of the time. Now, a lot of van lifers like to boondock and look for free camping spots in national forests or on BLM land, but since we don't have a solar setup or a restroom with us, we like to stay in campgrounds for now. State park or county park campgrounds are usually pretty nice, and we stayed at some great ones. On the way out, we stopped at Wilson Lake in Kansas, right off I-70. It was gorgeous. So we're camped on beautiful Wilson Lake in Kansas, and for anyone that thinks Kansas is just boring and it's flat as a pancake and it's the place you drive through to get to somewhere else, I have to say, I've spent a lot of time driving across Kansas over the years, and I think it's a beautiful place. The total cost was only $18 for an electric site. The next place we camped was in the Denver area. We had 3 gigs in Denver over the course of about 4 days, so we needed to be close to the city. And across from Red Rocks in the Lakewood-Morrison area is one of my favorite campgrounds, Bear Creek Lake. $25 a night in a beautiful location with no additional fees on top of that rate, electricity, easy access to 285 and I-70, and meticulously cleaned bathrooms. We were there for about 4 nights, and we loved it. We got to do a lot of hiking in Colorado, which was really good for us. There are some great trails in South Park, so being able to hop on 285 and head over Kenosha Pass to Fairplay was great. The next place we visited after that was the San Luis Valley, which is kind of a homecoming for me. I started visiting Pagosa Springs and Durango about 10 years ago and just fell in love with the whole area. So we camped out by Chimney Rock on Ute tribal land for only $18. The campground had Wi-Fi, so that was kind of cool. And the next morning we got up and drove out to Piedra Falls, which is in the National Forest, about a half hour from Pagosa. It's just amazing. One of the real highlights of this part of the tour was the one night we didn't camp out. And that's because we got to play at the Windsor Hotel in Del Norte, and they put us up for the night. It's this 1800s hotel, and we played outside in the courtyard. This was probably our favorite show of the tour just because of the atmosphere, the energy, and the history of the hotel. Don't you worry now, don't you worry, see what the Lord has done. Keep your lamp trimmed and burning, keep your lamp trimmed and burning, keep your lamp trimmed and burning, see what the Lord has done. Also, the burger at the Windsor is the best I've had in years. If you're driving through Del Norte, you've got to stop and have the burger. The guitar I was playing in the clip from the show is called a dobrado. It's made in Gunnison by a gentleman named Kent Viles. He's originally from Indiana, and he grew up just up the road from where I did in Muncie, so we had to stop by his shop. And we might have picked up a ukulele for Molly while we were there. When we were in the Gunnison area, we camped out at the Elk Creek campground, which is about 15 minutes outside of Gunnison on Blue Mesa Reservoir. The view is absolutely priceless, and even though the shower situation wasn't the best, the view and the location made this campground more than worth the $16 a night for our primitive spot. A good hike that's just up the road is the Dillon Pinnacles Trail, which offers panoramic views of Blue Mesa, which is Colorado's biggest lake. Loaded up and rolling on the long western drive, headed to the Rockies, crossing into mountain time. The
The sunlight spreads out across cottonwood and sage. These wide open plains feel like the safest place. When I cross the Mississippi.
I think bacon is a fruit. Here's the thing. Everybody's seen bacon jam, right? Bacon jam's a thing we all know about. You could easily make a bacon pie. If it doesn't exist, I'll make one. I'll make a bacon pie. And you can put bacon in Bloody Marys. Bacon is a fruit. A few of our favorite restaurants on this stretch of the tour worth talking about. Well, let's start with the Cutthroat Cafe in Bailey. It's home of the Real Deal Special, which is basically every breakfast item you can think of piled onto a plate and soaked in gravy or green chile. Gunnison has two great ones as well. The W Cafe for breakfast, because they have huge omelets and terrific huevos rancheros, plus diner coffee. And we also really like the Gunny Sack, because of the burgers, but also because of the name. How can you pass up a place called the Gunny Sack?
So I'm back on the road, and I'm going back home to Colorado.
Well, that's it for this episode. Next week, we'll profile our time in New Mexico and Arizona. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.